Sweet. Well, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Mixed Surfaces. You got the regular stooges here, Aria, and our good friend Merlin, who's hanging out over in France. But we do have a special episode for you today. We all like to hear about events, especially American events, and especially some of the biggest American events. And we have two of the legends of Gravel Worlds here, presented by Loft. Sophia and Jason are co-creators and organizers and all-around engines for the event that some of us know and love. Some of us are still discovering. Really cool event coming up here in August. It starts Tuesday the 19th and goes through the 23rd. We got a variety of events. Yeah, you got triathlon, off-road triathlon. You got running races. You got gravel racing. You got people handing out pies on the side of the road, I've heard, so all sorts of fun things. But yeah, so guys, today we're going to talk about Gravel Worlds with the minds behind the event. Feel free to drop your comments in live or after the show if you got any questions for them. But yeah, Jason, Sophia, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be on here. I've been a fan of you guys for a while, and been watching Aria on YouTube for a hot minute. So it's been fun to have you guys at Gravel Worlds and see it at all the gravel events.
Yeah. So Gravel Worlds I would say probably one of the top 5, if not top 3 largest, gravel events in the United States right now. Unbound's up there. Mid-South is awesome. But in terms of embodying the spirit of gravel, we've got a Gravel World. So maybe tell us a little bit about the history of this event and where we are now and how we got there.
Yeah, Sophia, do you want to go or do you want me to? I don't know.
Yeah.
Want to go bounce back and forth?
I can take this. Yeah, I can take this one. So Gravel World started back in 2010, actually 2008, if you want to be real technical. It was kind of an unofficial Good Life gravel adventure event before Gravel Worlds was a thing. In 2010, Corey Godfrey started the event with the help of Pirate Cycling League, started by Craig Schmidt. And they just wanted to get some people together and go and ride gravel roads near Lincoln. And so that's exactly what they did. 150 miles was the only distance back then. There was, a few dozen people, and it just kept getting larger and larger and larger every year. The first event, actually, funny enough, was at the Lancaster Event Center, which is now the Sandhills Global Event Center, which our event now came home to. So about 15 years later, we made the switch to go back to that event center. It's definitely a little bit larger now. We got a few more thousand people come into the event. We got around, I want to say 70 to 80 brands exhibiting at the event. We've also added a run series. Oh, I think did I pause there? Are we good?
Yeah, you paused for a second there.
Our USA teacher.
Oh, she cut out.
Where did I? I don't know why it's doing this. Jason, you can hop on and take over the rest of it.
Okay, yeah.
Must be the connection to Iowa. Iowa, we still got that 1925 dial up there.
I'm not surprised this is my internet doing this.
But yeah, it's a full week now of activities. So starting Tuesday night, we actually have a mountain bike event now. Short Track Worlds is what we're calling it. That's going to be a fundraiser event for our Nebraska Trail Network people. So we're raising money for the guys that take care of trails across the state on the mountain bike side. So yeah, come in early for sure. Bring a mountain bike. That's going to be at one of our parks in Lincoln. It sounds like they're going to be building actual short track obstacles and stuff, like the stairs and all that kind of fun stuff. Wednesday night is our official welcome party. We have that downtown on our rooftop bar downtown. And then, Thursday, Friday is kind of when things really kick off. We have our expo, like Sophia said. We have 78 vendors already signed up. For the expo. So we're one of the largest expos in gravel. Even if you don't want to pay for the event, come hang out and do the expo, do the free group rides. The expo is going on Thursday, Friday, as well as we have some people going to stay set up on Saturday during the race day. Friday is our triathlon. So we are partnered with USA Triathlon, a governing body. Oh no.
No,
Don't hate us too much. But yeah, we're working with USA Triathlon, and we're actually the USAT Gravel National Championship. So it's an official national championship event that's both in triathlon and duathlon. So if you're not a swimmer, you want to come and do a fun short duathlon, you could totally do that on Friday, have a good time. And then
that's the second year you do it, the triathlon?
Yep, second year, and I don't know if I can. Well, I'm saying it. We have gotten extended into next year as well, so we're going to be hosting it.
Sweet.
7 as well. So we're really proud of that. Yeah, it's our second year, and last year was the first year they've ever done a gravel national championship. So it's cool that like in the tri world, the gravel is making its way in there. So now we need to. I don't know who the UCI of triathlon is, but we need a gravel world championship for triathlon.
That would be cool.
Maybe we could host that in Lincoln as well. So let's put that on into the ethos now, right?
That's right.
And then Saturday is obviously our big bike day, year 17 for the event. Cool shout out is Sophia is actually the last person that's been to every single gravel worlds. I think she was 12 years old when she went to her first gravel event. Her dad Randy was there racing, and she was there to cheer on her dad. So she has literally been there from the very beginning, even though we joined on the team later in the history of the event.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty special.
Sophia, has it been consecutive then since you started? Or have you missed some years?
Yeah, no, it's been every single year, at least like, out at an aid station or, at the finish line. Like I may not have been like helping out, like I may have been just like hanging out a few years, but I've at least been to every single gravel worlds.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Super cool. So talk to me. I'm interested in
my
the
internet,
triathlon.
it keeps cutting out for me.
You're all good. You're all good. So the triathlon I'm interested in, I'm a swimmer, so that's probably what I'll come to do next year. But the gravel race, you offer it kind of for all distances, all kind of appetites, right? So you have everything from 25 miles up to 300? Is that right?
Yeah, we actually have a 10 mile. So we have
10.
a 10-mile beginner all the way up to 300 miles. So our premier event's 150. That's where we have the pro race, the live coverage, prize pool, all that fun stuff. But as well as every single athlete is welcome for that as well. So it's 15 or 150 miles, and we have a 16-hour cutoff. So it's like a 9-ish mile cutoff time, a 9-ish mile per hour cutoff time. But then we have a 75 mile, a 35 mile, and 10 mile. So those are our big bike distances. The 75 has actually become our biggest event by participants. Kind of how like it used to be only marathons. Now it's half marathons are bigger than the full. Those ones that's my event. When I go to events, I kind of do the half distance, and I can go hang out and have a soul at the end of the day and still enjoy the live music and all that stuff. And my goal is to always try to finish the half distance before the pros finish the full. That's who I'm racing against.
Exactly.
So last year when we did Gravel Worlds, that was my goal, to finish the 75 before the pros finished. But obviously, I didn't have a good training block, and I was dying. So the lead women caught me with like 5 miles to go, because I like to get up close and try to get a video of the women. And I just couldn't do it. I had nothing. So this year though, redemption. I've been putting the miles in. I'm finishing, and I'll be right there at the finish line.
All right, we'll have you there. Maybe we'll give you a bottle of champagne to help us spray.
Yes!
At least for the DFL, we will have you for the DFL party, first to last party. Our champagne sponsor, we're gonna have 80 bottles of champagne for last place.
Oh my god!
So,
wait, what does Bobby think about that? You're showing him up a little bit with the DFL party.
Bobby and I, we joke every year we're gonna try to raise the bar. We
There you
like Sophia and I, we
That's
have
so nice.
ideas in the back of our pocket of when Bobby raises the bar, we got something else going. So yeah, it's gonna be fun this year. And we actually have Alexa Scarda, a professional cyclist. She's gonna be our
Yeah.
DJ that night. She's actually a professional DJ on the side as well. So the last place party is going to have one of the pro athletes who did the race that day actually doing the music at the finish line, and we open up the finish line so everybody can come in. We have mechanical bowl, our ice cream. We have our own gravel road ice cream that's going to be coming in from a local ice cream maker. Let's see. We have
Which
pizza
taste
in the
will
finish
it
line.
be?
We have all kinds of fun stuff like in the finish line right there. We open up so everybody can come in and we just party in the finish line.
Free
What'd you got, Marlon?
t-shirts.
Oh, free T-shirts. That's the ticket right there. Swag to get everybody going at that point. That's awesome. So I also heard another interesting fact. You probably have the youngest course designer in professional gravel racing in the world. Do you guys, or Merlin, or have you guys heard about this? How
No.
old they're-
No.
Yeah, so
No.
they brought in this professional from Kazakhstan. He's really young. No, I'm kidding. Jason, tell us about your course designer and how it's probably going to leave us with a pretty masochist-oriented course.
Yeah, so Greer Pede, he's a local. He's actually our owner's son. And this kid, like Greer, is a legend. He's 14 now,
Uh-oh.
but like on a bike, this kid, like Greer is insane. He's the youngest known finisher of Mauna Kea on the Big Island. So he finished the 150 last year. And actually we didn't announce it last year because we wanted to make sure it went well, but he actually designed all the courses last year as well. So at 13 years old, he put the courses together. He rides way more than I do. Like me and Sophia combined, he rides more than us. So yeah, he's pretty good. He finished the 150 last year. He actually finished Raw Race Across the West, which is like Oceanside, California to Durango.
Wow.
So yeah, Greer's got a pretty bright future ahead of him, and he's super passionate about the sport of cycling. And he just has like 100 routes put together for potential gravel worlds routes. And he like literally goes every single intersection on Google Earth and making sure like it goes through there. He goes out and rides them. So it's really cool to like be able to elevate the next generation of our sport. And Greer's and truly one of the most humble people already that you've ever met. Like, will never brag about himself. I'm already talked more about him than probably he has ever. And he's super, super cool. So he does have his own YouTube channel, which is really cool. All of his biking adventures he goes on. So I think it's just Greer Pede on YouTube that he has all of his cool
link down
adventures.
here.
Yeah.
So the 300-mile is no problem for him.
I think that's on his bucket list, but he hasn't
Okay.
done it yet. So I don't know how long it'll be before he gives it a go, but I would imagine it's in the next couple of years.
Is the DFL for the 300 or for the 150, the party?
It's for both. So
That's for both, okay.
both cutoffs are the same. It's 10:59 p.m. on Saturday.
You know, Jason, you guys, your course is, the gravel seas are real. So I think people underestimate going to Lincoln, Nebraska, thinking you're driving the highway and everything's flat, and you get out there and those gravel seas are serious. So I have serious respect for people that attempt any course of the gravel worlds, let alone 300 miles of that course. Is probably one of the hardest out there.
Really?
So,
It's hilly?
oh,
I've seen some things, but I didn't realize it was that hilly out there.
yeah, it is. It's serious.
Rolling hills, I think, a little bit like
Rolling
constantly
hills.
up, down, yeah.
Yeah. So we actually, Sophia's might try. She's having issues with her internet, so she might try to hop on her phone. I don't know if
Sure.
that's because
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gonna try. She was texting me. She's gonna try that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Nebraska, at least where we are, is not flat. Like that's always the biggest misconception of us. Actually, we have more elevation in our 150 miler than Unbound has in their 200. So we're 50 miles shorter, but have more elevation. There we go.
Yeah, I think this is going to work a lot better.
Hey,
there we go. There we go.
We can hear Sophia now.
Yeah. All right. Then I don't have to talk as much. That's good. So,
yeah, take it over. Come.
But yeah, the course is the roads aren't technical. Like as far as the gravel, we have pretty hero gravel, even if it's raining, except for our dirt roads, which we could talk about, or MMRs. But most of the gravel is very good on your tires. It's fast rolling, but you are going to be going up or down the entire time. There is no flat on any of the course pretty much. So, and that's not by choice. Like it's just the roads.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
If we would go 1 mile over, which sometimes we do on the next year's course, it's the exact same. So, if anything, especially on the 300, I actually try to tame it down by putting on some like rail to trails and stuff. Last year we went into Iowa and Missouri on the 300 course. And I had to put some of the Wabash Trace on there because I was like, this is maniacal at this point of trying to get people. I think the first draft was like 25,000 feet of climbing or something, and I was like, I gotta calm this down a little bit. So
yeah, there was someone who had emailed us after the event. And they're like, how is this even supposed to be fun? I didn't have fun doing this. And we were like, all right, well, maybe we need to take a few hills out if people don't have any fun.
Oh my gosh.
Type 2 fun.
I want to do a whole episode on just the feedback that you guys get after the race, because I bet those emails are everything from the best and the worst, but hilarious nonetheless.
Well, last year, our number one complaint was that the gravel in the parking lot in the finish was too rough, and I was like, well, if that's our biggest complaint, I'll take it. I'll take it. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, what's going to be the biggest complaint this year?
Hopefully the heat. If that's
the heat, I know. I was going to say it's kind of polar opposite from last year, right? It was pretty muddy from what I heard, right?
Yeah,
you had a storm in the night. The 300s were busy.
Yep.
Yeah. Jason, how much sleep did you have that the night before? You guys and Sophia, how much sleep did you guys have the night before last year's race?
Sophia, you want to get that one?
I can't hear anything they're saying now. This is just going terrible.
Oh, no. Do you have headphones in?
No, like I can hear you. I just can't hear anyone else.
Huh?
What?
This is going terrible. Wow. My Friday technology hates me.
That's all good. You look engaged, if that matters. I guess you can't hear me, but
they said how much sleep did you get the night or the weekend of Gravel Worlds and the night before?
Honestly, I think I get more sleep during the event than the week before it, because I am known to have the worst nightmares about Gravel Worlds. Like months before the event, I will wake up in like a cold, dripping sweat because like I missed the finish, or we forgot to design merch, or trophies have the wrong like event name on them. And I'll like be texting Jason in the middle of the night like, oh my God, we have to do this. But then I realized like we did it a month ago and it's still 5 months out from the event. And so I have to like really like prioritize sleep during the event, because at that point there's nothing I can do about it. Like all the hay is in the barn. But definitely like the weeks leading up to it, the sleep's not great. The sleep's not great at all.
I can imagine.
And I think
this last year in particular was my least sleep I've had because of that rainstorm. I was out on course until at least 11 p.m. and then went back out at like 3 a.m. to just make sure. But then thinking about it in hindsight, there wasn't anything I could do anyway.
Right. Like, what are you going to do at that point?
It was going to go. But I was doing, I was kind of doing videos of showing like, hey, this is the current conditions, so that at least the people that would be at the front picking up the most mud, they can make tire choices. And and make shoe choices is kind of the big one, because a lot of people ride road shoes on the front half, and that would have been that was a horrible decision last year. So.
Yeah. No, I always I think it's got to be so hard as a race director. I think about Lifetime and Unbound. When it's muddy. What I mean? But what are you gonna do? People are gonna be mad if you change the course. People are gonna be mad if you don't change the course. I think the best thing you could do is just give them an educated understanding of what they're gonna face, and they can decide. Whether or not it's worth it to them at that point. But
yeah,
I'm gonna complain regardless.
I'm not.
We do have a wet course that we put together, but we kind of have to make that decision 3 or 4 days in advance, because we have police and volunteer. This year we're going to have marshals at every single stop sign, so we got to notify those guys, and so we kind of, if it's forecasted, we're going to do it. But the last several times we've had rain, it's actually completely unforecasted. This last year was unforecasted. I think Aria, was it 2023 that we had that crazy rainstorm?
Yeah.
That was insane. Yeah.
We all went to bed with 5% chance of rain, and then all of us were woken up by the craziest storm, and I think we got 4 inches of rain, and it only rained on the course. It literally didn't rain anywhere else. Yeah. So that one was we did take a couple changes, but yeah, we're once the ball's in motion, you can't change the direction of that boulder.
Well, the other hard thing with our roads is that because we are, a larger gravel city, we have a lot of highways right around the town. And so trying to navigate to get out of town without immediately crossing a highway is fairly hard. And I say immediately as in the first 5 to 10 miles, and so some of those, especially depending on, there's a lot of bridge construction that time of year, because in Nebraska, there's only so many months of the year that you can be doing construction work. And so August is one of those months where it's really easy. And so there's going to be bridges out, there's going to be roads out. And so navigating out of that Lincoln area can be hard. And some of them, they are those MMRs. And so you have to, whether it's convenient or not, you may have to put some of those MMRs in. And last year was a really good example of that. Whether we wanted to use the wet route or the dry route, that MMR was going to be in either route to get out of town. And so there were a lot of people questioning us hey, how are you, or why did you not go with a wet route? And we're well, the back half of the course, it's still going to be really dry by the time you get there. The only mud you're going to be dealing with is in the early parts of the course. And that ended up being true. Yeah. There's just no way to avoid it.
Yeah. I mean, even here in Iowa City, where we have countless gravel roads, changing something the day of, or it's very hard without, because, you make that decision to go completely dry route, and then now you have to cross a highway. And now that's going to be a complete story from the crowd. People are going to be mad about that. So, yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword. And I think people can give race directors a little grace.
On that note, you talking about, well, you mentioned 2 things, which I kind of want to hit on. One is you're crossing state lines, right? So you said you went to Iowa and Missouri last year with the 300.
On the 300 we cross lines. Yeah. The 150 doesn't, but.
So I guess my question is, from a broader sense, it sounds like you have a pretty good relationship with Lincoln as a whole and the surrounding area, to get, I guess it's volunteers, maybe police teams to have stop signs at every intersection. Maybe talk a little bit about that, the relationship with Lincoln and the area as a whole, and how you figured out a way to unlock what so many gravel races have really struggled with, which is bridging the gap between these people that come in for the weekend and then leave and wear their weird, funny colored clothes and ride on the roads and disrupt
tight clothes.
Yeah. So maybe talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So a big push for us, especially for the marshals at every stop sign, and how we're doing that. Obviously, safety is a huge topic in gravel racing, especially when we have a huge prize pool and live coverage. So there's the conversation at the front of the race. But for Sophia and I, if we're going to make changes that benefit the front, we're going to make it for everybody else as well.
That's good.
So marshaled intersections is a big one. It's not a green light to just blatantly run every stop sign, but it's a visibility aspect of having someone at every single stop sign. They're literally going to be holding the construction like slow or stop signs where you still need to slow down, you still need to make sure it's clear, but if you do need to stop, they're there to say like cars are for sure coming. But how we're doing that this year is we're actually partnering with FFA, Future Farmers of America, which you kind of mentioned has been bridging that gap between farmers and cyclists has been pretty difficult in our sport right now.
Yeah.
And we're partnered with a beef company. Like our owner is a farmer himself. So it's been a huge push for us to bridge that gap between the farmers. So this year we're working with our own Gravel Worlds Foundation, as well as Scarborough Bicycle Accident Law. So between those two, we're donating $20,000 to FFA. And then on top of that, we have a Nebraska influencer. Her name's Laura Farms. She's one of the biggest farm influencers. She has like 2 million Facebook followers and like 1 million on everything else. But she's actually a really big ultra runner. And so she's going to use her platform to hopefully raise another $20,000 for Future Farmers of America. So $40,000 to our farming communities, especially the future farmers. So that's a big way for us of how we're doing those marshaled intersections. So FFA is actually going to be manning that. And as far as like local connections, like Sophia, did you want to talk about like our relationship with Lincoln as well as the local communities that we have?
Yeah, I think, a big topic right now in gravel is like the SBT experience, where there were a lot of farmers, there were a lot of ranchers who were adamantly against the event. And something that we have tried really hard to do, and SBT tried this as well. There's been so many events who try to kind of like bridge that gap between these races where there's thousands of people going on to these, what a lot of farmers and ranchers feel like are their private roads, and going in, maybe some of them are littering, maybe some of them are blowing stop signs. Like, we're not ignorant to the fact that we're bringing a lot of people in, and there are going to be things that are happening out on those gravel roads. But what we've always tried to do is try to make sure that we're giving back to those communities so that they feel the impact as a positive instead of just a negative, where they're being slowed down by cyclists on race day, or they're having to, keep their dogs inside. We want to make sure we're giving back to them, because we know it is an inconvenience to, maybe go through these towns, but we want it to be, at the end of the day, something that like is can be a positive for them, and that maybe like whether it's having an aid station in their town where they're able to raise funds through selling like pies or sweet treats, or their 4-H club is out there, their boys baseball team is out there raising money for a baseball stadium. Like, we really try to like actually be interactive with these communities. And then, on a really local base with Lincoln, it was hard to even get our foot in the door to be seen as an actual event. Nebraska is known for football, and literally the week after Gravel Worlds, there's 200,000 people at least in town for a football game. So when you look at Gravel Worlds, where you're bringing in a few thousand people versus 200,000, it's nothing to Lincoln. And so just in the last few years, they have finally been able to see the impact that we've been able to make, and bringing people from, like, last year we had over 25 countries come just to Lincoln to ride at Gravel Worlds. Like, that's insane. And so I think like it's finally like really gaining traction. Like, even this year compared to last, like the Lincoln Visit Tourism Board is wanting to do videos and hype reels and put it on their website and their social media. And so we want to make sure like we are promoting Lincoln as not just like this town that people can come to for a gravel race, but here's all the other amazing things happening in Lincoln. Here's all these really cool shops and restaurants and mom and pop little Airbnb, B&B kind of things. So it is really like it's been a learning curve on how do we represent gravel worlds in these communities. But I think like it's shown us a lot of the direction that I think gravel should be going in.
Yeah. So to speak on that, so a friend of mine, Canadian, is coming down for Gravel Worlds. I talked to him into coming down last year, and it's coming back again this year. But we're gonna do a distillery tour. You know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty cool distillery down there with some bourbon. So we're gonna go check that out, and we're gonna come in town a few days ahead and enjoy that. So
Is that with is that Kincaidor?
Yeah.
Kincaidor, yeah. That's where our rooftop party is. Sophia works with them, so that'll be a really cool distillery tour down there with Kincaidor. They've been a big supporter of ours. And as far as I know, Sophia, we're having our beer back too, right? This year?
I believe so. Yeah. Cody with Kincaidor is fantastic. He does so many amazing things for Lincoln with all of his different establishments. So yeah, we've really loved working with them the last few years.
Hopefully we'll be getting some bourbon bottles from there.
Maybe we need to do a custom Gravel Worlds bourbon. Maybe we need to do that.
That'd be it right there.
I know a couple of people that will buy those bottles for sure.
At least for the podiums. So some first place, some podium finishers should get some bottles. That'd be pretty cool.
And also the YouTuber that makes the best video also should get one. Not saying that's me or anything like that.
Or DFL. You could be the DFL YouTuber as well. Who knows? Like I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, for DFL, for DFL, we have so we always have our swords for the champions at the front. So the our para categories, men, women, and non-binary, they get a legit pirate sword. So we do, even though we're not connected with PCL anymore, we still keep that pirate aspect alive. And it's a legit sword. So like the guy that makes those, he's I don't know if you know the show Forged in Fire. He's actually a 2-time winner of that show. So it's like a real sword. So so every year he always asks me, what does he say? He's like, do you want it battle ready? Is what he says, which is like, and I'm like, no, like I don't want to put somebody's arm off. Right. But then DFL, they get like a little baby sword that's like 6 inches long. So it's got the full handle. It's got a full handle, but then like a little tiny.
That's ridiculous. That's pretty cool. I obviously I would like to get that sword, but I never will. How many is it? Just the first place person that gets the podium, or is it how far does the sword go down? Just the first place?
Yeah, it's just the first place overall on the 150. So the pro men and women, they get one, non-binary, and then para men, para woman, and then DFL gets a little one.
Man, so they have to do you ship that sword for them?
Yeah, how does that work? You can't check that.
Yeah, but you can't put that on the flight.
Look
man.
At that.
Marlon, there you go, Marlon. You got a chance. Graham and I have no chance.
That's right.
I think I will have problems on the airport.
Yeah.
We still have Rosa Closer's sword because she couldn't get it to Germany. So.
She couldn't get it there.
Whoa.
That's awesome. Hey, another cool thing, I know we had talked about it before, and it was hush hush for a while, but obviously it's published now. The course goes through a aerospace museum, right?
Yeah.
What?
So, Sophia, you were the brains behind the Airspace Museum checkpoint. Do you want to talk about that? I'm repeating questions because she can't hear you.
Perfect.
So.
Yeah.
No, it's so seamless, honestly.
Kind of in the dark here. Thank God I can at least hear one person.
Yeah.
So definitely like anyone who lives in Lincoln, they're very used to driving up to Omaha and seeing on one side the SAC Museum and the other side is the Wildlife Safari. And I think, we're always looking for ways to elevate our event and do something that's really unique because I think we were just talking about this earlier, Jason. Like, at the end of the day, it can be hard to convince people who have never been to Nebraska to come and race bikes in Nebraska, because every single person, I think, sees it as flyover country. So,
Except
like,
those of
how
us
can we
from the
make this
Midwest.
course really, really cool? And so, we wanted originally to have the course go through the wildlife safari. And the wildlife safari, for people who don't know, there's like zebras and bears and wolves and eagles, like bison. There's like all these, like, it's not just Nebraska wildlife, like it's from all over the country wildlife and all over the world. So we got that idea shut down. They didn't love the idea of bikes being around all of these super exotic animals. I get that. I'm going to keep asking every year until the answer changes, hopefully. But right across the street from there, we got a yes at the Air and Space Museum, which is going to be so cool, because there's multiple hangars in this museum full of, bombers and huge cargo planes and rockets, and like they are actual planes and space
Wow.
vehicles that have been used. Like they're retired now, but they were actually up in the sky at one point. So our race is actually going to go all the way through the hangar under, like, Jason knows the exact names of them. I'm not as educated in the plane world, but like, I think one of them was a B-52 bomber, Jason.
Yep. Yeah, B-17 Flying Fortress is one of them. We have the stealth fighter jet is in there. There's all kinds of good stuff that we go under in there.
Dude, that's
Yes,
so
Yeah,
cool.
so literally that's going to be where the checkpoint is. So people are going to go through the hangar, come back out. There's going to be a DJ. There's going to be a fully stocked aid station with like food and drink and all the water that you could ever imagine. And then you're going to shoot right back out, a little scent of highway, and then right back on the gravel.
It's crazy. I want to see the 150 go through the pros, at least go through the wildlife encounter, and maybe let a few of the animals out. Like it'll be like a little like
motivate them.
Gravel Worlds KOM sprint or something like that.
Yeah,
We'll release a couple
pros
of those worlds.
running away from a bison or something would be
yeah, or even just a pissed off emu would be really funny too. To be honest with you, like I want to see Dylan Johnson just like trying to do his sprint away from an emu or something. But no, that's so super cool. Hopefully it's
Dylan
not
versus emu is
Dylan versus emu
is a good YouTube headline.
Dude, the power file would be hilarious to see. We could estimate the power.
The heart rate too.
Yeah, the rolling resistance of the emu, but
fun fact about emus, do you guys know that the Australian army once lost a fight against emus?
I did hear this. Yeah, I heard this. Yeah,
they gave up.
It was like back in the 1800s or something like that.
The emus were just like destroying farmer crops, so the government decided to send the military out to eradicate them. Turns out they're very, very resilient, and after losing so much ammunition, they give up. So they give up on the emus. They're like, "Yeah, you guys on your own, figure something out." So the farmers learn how to live with the emus. So yeah,
there you go. Poor Sophia has no idea what we're talking about right now, but Jason, you can educate her on this later for sure.
I will.
Yeah.
We have our side chat as well, and she's just like, this is a nightmare.
Oh, it's too bad. But yeah, hopefully it's not
great though. We're making the most of it, y'all.
It's all good. No, we're just happy to have you on. But yeah, hopefully it's not a muddy year, because I would hate to have to empty all those planes out of those hangars and clean the floors after. Did you think about that at all?
Yeah, we did just sign the contract, and it said that we have to we're responsible for cleaning. So I think if it's muddy, they're not going to go into the hangar. They can look out from the outside, and we'll open it up. But yeah,
fingers crossed.
And also it is like the nice like polished floors. So I think if it's wet, that's probably really dangerous.
Oh gosh, yeah, you're gonna have people
Well, and either way, there's gonna be rugs down, so that'll be nice. So it's not. Yeah, it won't be as slippery, but definitely you get a drop of rain on that floor, and it won't be the easiest. Yeah.
Right out. Oh, that's funny. So, pro race for the 150. Is there a pro race for the 300 as well, or is it just open category?
The 300's open everything else is open category. The 375 do have trophies that are they're actually pretty cool this year. And those are all provided by M Grills, a local grill company. So if you're looking for a super nice smoker grill, they're made here in Nebraska. They take the same metal from their grills and make like laser cut trophies out of them. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, the 375 do have podiums. The 35 and the 10-mile short distances are designed to be non-competitive. So you still get a finish time, but there's no trophies or anything on those, except for in the 35. This year we did add a hand cycle category for the first time. So in above and beyond our para category, we'll actually, and those people will get jerseys. So in the 150 category, every single podium, we do have Gravel World Championship jerseys that
Sweet.
you get as well. So if you're on the top step of your category, age group or fat bike or single speed, you do get a Gravel Worlds jersey by Valet. And we do have a vintage category. I wish more people knew about this. We have a vintage category.
Yes.
Pre-1989 bikes. Has to be tension shifters, clip shoes, no tubes. And with that one, we actually have a wool jersey that you get. So
nice.
We've never had a woman like finish that category. So we need to get a woman finisher in the vintage category. That's also really cool because you get to see some really cool old bikes in that.
Fun story.
Well,
Okay, when
jump in.
Can I also announce? Oh, sorry. Can I also announce the other prize pack that we have, Jason, from M Grills?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so this is only official as of literally yesterday. But this is going to be a new award. It's called the Pretty Good Award. And it's actually a prize pack. So it's sponsored by M Grills. And so it's going to be a very randomized process. And it's for everyone in the 300, the 150, the 75, the 35, and the 10-mile bike. And also the 50K, the half marathon, the 10K, and the 5K. So literally every person except the pros are eligible for this. And it's going to be you cross the finish line, and depending on a randomized number, you could be chosen to win a pretty good hype necklace / like medal, $100 Visa gift card, a $50 M Grills gift card, a special limited edition T-shirt, a sticker, an I Love Hot Dogs jersey shirt, and a Gravel World / M Grills / Blazing Grills bucket to carry everything in.
Yep.
So
and free entry for the next year.
Yes, and there's going to be 2 per race for all non-pro categories. So that means 2 people in 300, 150, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Man, shout out to you guys. I as gravel gets bigger and bigger, going back and riding with, like coming to your event year after year, and how you guys keep everybody, like you account for everybody that shows up, not just the top 1%. I really like that. So I just kind of want to shout that you guys have kind of stayed true to gravel, and including and making sure that everybody that shows up is seen to your events. So that's just a quick shout out.
That means a lot. Sophia and I definitely put in a lot of work to make sure everybody feels welcome, and that not only welcome but celebrated is like the big thing for us. And we literally have a first to last coordinator. It's Hannah Shell. She's a professional athlete. She just got into the Lifetime Grand Prix. She got back to back winning Gravel Mexico. So she's really good as a professional, but she truly cares about the 99% and being that liaison between the pros, because we do want to elevate the sport. We want gravel cycling to be like the spring classics, on the road. We would love to see, like, Unbound's already there, right? They're there. We want to be up there. We want like Mid-South and SBT and all these like legendary OG gravel events to to feel like the spring classics, where it's an honor and a privilege to get to race those on the pro side. But where gravel came from and why it's important to so many people is because everybody felt welcome. Like I've never been fast. I've never been on top of a podium, but I felt welcome from the first gravel race I went to. And we don't want to lose sight of that. And that's a huge passion of Sophia and I. So it means a lot to hear you say that you feel that, and that we're doing an okay job at least. So hopefully people keep signing up and feeling welcome.
Yeah, I mean it's top to bottom. It's from the prize packs all the way to, I was just like looking at your race, like you don't allow team outside support, right? So like even if you're specialized racing and you've got, a $2 million budget, you're not able to put people out there giving you extra feeds, but instead you're like, okay, well, the pros are going to get this aid station, and then the last place finisher is going to get the same aid station, and then it really is about who's just the fastest out there on the gravel and who can ride their bike, And I think that's a cool testament, because for someone like me coming from Tennessee, like I can't take my wife and 2 kids out there and have a whole support crew. My 3-year-old's not going to hand the bottle. She's going to drink the bottle, I'm sure. So like knowing that, you could come out there, and as long as you got a place to stay and a bike to ride, you can make it happen is rare, I think, these days, because, people pay, to go to some of these lifetime events, they may pay $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 and have a mandated support crew. And that's just not doable for the regular person. So yeah, I appreciate what you guys do and how your vision's proceeding.
Yeah, you talk about feedback post event. That's a big one on the pros, where they want their teams and they want their this and that, and that's like we kind of get accused of having 1 foot in the past, 1 foot in the future, and like that's an honor for us. Like
for sure.
Gravel Worlds when it started was you and your bike and the elements and the course and whatever you could find along the way. It used to be gas stations. Like up until 2015, you had to buy a lottery ticket at the gas station to prove you went to the checkpoint, and so like we still believe in that, where we want to treat every single person the exact same way. So the pros get the exact same resources as the person that's coming in to that last place. That last place person is still going to have the DJ there playing music and, tears down when they leave. So yeah, we're really, really proud of that, to where we treat everybody the same. But with that, we have great resources out on course. Like you're not just alone. Like our check, we have on the 150, we have 5 aid stations on the 150, 2 main checkpoints. And those ones are completely stocked with all kinds of goodies. This year, we're also our last aid station, which is also on the 35, 75, 150, and 300. We're actually going to have, you're wearing your Mid-South shirt. We're going to have the Bobby Wintle crew at our last aid station. He's going to be making Bobby's burgers all day. We're going to have a DJ out there, and it's going to be a really, really good time out at those aid stations. And that's for everybody. So.
Yeah, I really like that kind of spirit. It's a little different, like in Europe. In the last 4 years, gravel came up, but it's more like a competitive thing and race. But like gravel worlds and other events, it's more about that. It's about everyone. And you mentioned already, it's also connecting people in Lincoln, the farmers. It's fundraising. It's so nice to hear. It's another feeling at the start, at the finish line. Everybody's important, and also the small things like you mentioned at the docks. You can imagine how many times I have to sprint away from ducks at races. And it was one time in an ultra race. I did one ultra race. 2 ducks came onto me, and I had to do a full sprint. You don't want to do that in an ultra race. So these are small things that you feel like it's important. Everybody is important, and that's about cycling. That's about community. It's cool to hear, cool to see. Yeah.
I don't know if I can promise I don't know if I can promise no farm dogs. I don't know if I can I can go that far.
The thing you mentioned, like you ride and you say keep your dogs. It's like you into it. You think about the small things. You think about everybody. That's cool.
Yeah.
And they made a race specifically for you, Merlin. I'm sure you've got some sort of 1977, bike laying around
Vintage
your shed
bike.
there in Belgium, and you've already got a wool jersey that you ride in every day. So you just come
I
on
still
over
race. I still race on rim brakes on the road, but it's not so old. So it's 10 years old. So
Nice.
Fun story. When we did Gravel Worlds 150 2019, we rode with a couple guys that were doing the vintage category, and at the end of the day, it was brutal. It's, the 150 is brutal, but it's fun. You talk about it, the good stories to be had. So Yvonne, my wife, asked the guy like, so how was it that are you doing the vintage category next year? He's like, next year I'm showing up in the all carbon bike, big tires, and I'm doing 75 miles. He was like, that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
And then I had another friend that also tried it, and it's a tough one, riding. You don't realize how comfortable modern bikes are until you ride that vintage bike at 150 miles of serious gravel,
it's the 150 miles is for the vintage.
Yep. Only the 150
Only.
is the vintage category.
Oh, what?
Yep.
21 tires.
Whatever you can fit. It's not very
Okay,
much, but if you look at old videos or photos of gravel worlds like 2010, the first thing you notice is the skinny tires.
Dude, I saw that. I mean, they were so narrow. Like,
how many flats you have to you had to bring it back with extra tubes or what? It's like
well, luckily our gravel is pretty tame. Like knock on wood, I literally don't remember the last time I got a flat around here, especially from gravel. That like I might hit like a piece of metal or something that fell off a farm truck or something, but our gravel is very, very tame on tires. Like it's definitely not the Flint Hills by any means. The 300 is actually going to Kansas this year, so there might be some Flint rock in part of the 300. So I'll put a little asterisk there.
But, that'll trigger some people quickly, I bet. Like the tire debate is on. I was thinking 45s, like beach tires or something like that. But now if you're going down to the Flint Hills, something else to think about. Merlin, you gonna come and do the 300 next year?
I would like to, yeah. But also the 150. Can I do both?
If you can finish the 300 in
before
10 hours,
you have to be
right after.
That's gonna be something.
Nice.
And then get up the next morning and do it now. That would be epic. That would be epic.
Yeah.
Jason, you rent me a moto, and I'll follow Merlin around and just record the whole thing.
That'd be next level. That would be next level.
Yeah.
How is it with the registration for so far? You're happy with it?
Yeah, we're doing okay on registration. Registration's still open, so we'll love to have you there. I think the economy is pretty tough right now. Like I've talked to a lot of independent race promoters, and we're all kind of down a little bit from last year. We've done looked at a lot of market research, and just people are going to less events. Right now everything's tighter. And there's also more gravel events, which is a positive as well. So we're right about where we were last year. Our event always people register very last minute for our event. So we'll probably have another 1,000 people register between now and Gravel Worlds, which is very stressful for Sophia and I, but it's so hopefully people come. But we'll
another thing for me to have nightmares about.
Those lead registers.
Yeah. That's cool.
Jason, you guys are lucky because you're very well centrally located. I feel like you get people. It's easy to drive to Gravel Worlds for a lot of people from neighboring states. So I think you guys are kind of sitting in a pretty good position there at least. So that helps, because if you don't have to worry about getting on a plane, and you can just drive your car, get a hotel, that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. On the note of registration, going across the bottom, Jason and Sophia were nice enough to offer listeners 15% off. So if you are one of those people that is stressing Sophia out or considering stressing Sophia out, and still registering, go to, gravelworlds.com and go to register and put in code mixed surfaces. It's phonetic, pretty easy, and get 15% off entry. So quick plug there, scrolling across the bottom if you can't understand me. But
yeah. And we'll add the website in the podcast description and the discount code as well. So you guys can register. Please don't wait too late. Sophia needs her rest, so uninterrupted sleep.
Yeah, get signed up for Sophia. Get signed up for Sophia.
Yeah.
You see more and more Europe guys this year, or is it the same? Oh,
Yeah, Sophia, do you want to talk about like international growth of participants? Like,
Yeah.
we've definitely seen a growth in that.
Yeah, that's been one of the craziest parts about Gravel Worlds, and I think it's something that both Jason and I deal with, like that imposter syndrome portion of it, where like, who would have thought this little Lincoln race would bring in, people from all over the world, but also some of the top talent from all over the world. And something that I've always said is like, we want Gravel Worlds to look like the world, whether that be, representation from different countries, or whether that is people who don't look the same, whether that's people who, it's like, no matter who you love, no matter who you are, no matter what your like job is, no matter what your other hobbies are, like, we want there to be a place at Gravel Worlds for you. And it's been cool to like be able to show people who like say like they live in Iceland or Germany or somewhere in Asia, and they're able to come and enjoy parts of Nebraska where there would be no other reason to come to Nebraska other than to ride bikes. But yet they can be, on the plane ride back, and they can, be looking through pictures of these lifelong memories of, things that they did in Lincoln, Nebraska. Like, it's just so surreal to us that like people want to come to our event. And like, I say that like we put a lot of effort into this, and we put a lot of work into making it what it is. So I'm glad that people are seeing that, and I'm glad that like people are coming to it. But it's just crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's a testament to what you guys are putting out, to be honest. Having those people, I see a lot of the same people year after year. So that, to me, is already a success. Yeah. You guys on the right track there. So I know I'll be showing up. So
cool.
That's awesome. We're excited to have you.
Nice. Well, Sophia, Jason, thank you guys so much for coming on today. It's always nice to have a little bit of insight into the effort and the passion that goes into creating, these awesome events, and what is really collectively, I think, agreed upon one of the best events in gravel out there right now. So it's coming up soon, folks. So like I said, we got the 15% off entry for listeners. Just go on Gravel Worlds, type in code mixed surfaces. But yeah, definitely an event I'm going to check out. I wish I could come this year, but I will be there next year, no doubt. Maybe trying my luck at that off-road triathlon. That sounds fun. But as always, want to thank all of our partners, Volet, Olive, World of Bikes, Iowa City, Z&G Partners, and all the others, Obed Bikes and those. But yeah, guys, I think we'll shut it down at this point. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. And I hope listeners, you guys have a great week. Get out, ride your bike. I know it's hot for a lot of people, but if you are planning on going to this race, sounds like it's going to be hot and long. So you should do some last minute training.
You got acclimate. Jason, what's your acclimation level right now?
I've been not good. I was in my wife had a trade show in Europe the last couple weeks, so I've been there, and I have not been riding my bike. It was hot there, but I have not ridden in about 2 weeks. So my heat acclimation is not great, other than I've been outside. So I'm actually gonna walk the half marathon this weekend. I've never done a half marathon, so my wife and I are going to go walk it. So hopefully we don't die on Sunday. But yeah, so to our runner people, like we added the run because we had a participant's partner come, and they're like, well, he's a biker, I'm a runner, and she asked if she could go run the 50K course by herself. We're like, yeah, go do it. So then the next year we added a 50K, and now we've added half marathon and 10K. So if you have a partner, this is a sales tip for if you want to come to a gravel event. If your partner's a runner, this is your sales pitch. Be like, well, hey, you can do an event too. Like I'll
Yeah.
bike Saturday, you run Sunday. It's a win-win.
Perfect.
Everybody wins
Everybody wins.
Yeah, it is.
on that $85 bike. Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
But anyway, thank you again. I know we were wrapping
Thanks.
up, but thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for having us on. We really appreciate it. And overall, just thank you for all that you guys do to bring joy and share the news of gravel cycling. It's, Sophia and I have our podcast, but it's always good to it's great that there's more podcasts and more people talking about gravel. And so thank you for all that you guys do for our sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you,
And
guys.
we'll link your podcast down also so that people can check it out and listen to you guys, particularly when I'm driving to Lincoln. I always like to listen to you guys. So, yeah, awesome.
Awesome. Sophia, do you want to hang it up?